Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Ashland High School football. Tonight's opponent is the Bellingham Blackhawks. I'm Josh Abrams. He's Rob Silver. And Rob, looking forward to a big game tonight against the Blackhawks.
Yeah, this is going to be a big test. Every week it seems like it's another big test. And it's a big test for Bellingham, who's an up-and-coming program. And they were 5-0 last year. They won the Tri-Valley Small. And they're playing the Tri-Valley Large co-division winners tonight. We're 3-0. And coming off the game last week in Wayland. So
yeah, let's talk about that a little bit, Rob. So they won, what was the final score there?
24-20.
24-20, but it was a big defensive stop there at the end, right?
Yeah, it was back and forth the whole game. Wayland missing 5 starters for whatever reason, and they were really able to move the ball pretty easily, though, against Ashland, which is a little concerning. The deep ball, again, which has kind of plagued Ashland over the last couple of years. They're vulnerable to that. And then we have a couple players for Bellingham tonight. That's their game. The quarterback, Gavin Elder, threw for 272 yards last week. So
at the high school level, that's impressive.
Yeah, on I think it was on 17, passes or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
His number one target is this Calvin. I'll say it because you didn't want to. Calvin Polchlepek. And so that's really going to be the key to the game tonight on the Bellingham side. And then for Ashland,
the usual cast of characters, right? Luke Herters is our starting quarterback. He's had a great season so far. Gigliotti, running back, right? And your favorite, Molesky, guy who loves the contact.
233 yards, 225 yards last week, or 233, it doesn't matter, on 23 carries, whatever it was. It's just an amazing game again last week.
Mm-hmm.
Want to give a shout out to the offensive line who was able to, block for him, but Dylan Drozik, Leo Bovenschold, Pat Delorias, Hunter Roby, Mike D'Souza. Pat Delorias, the key interception at the end of the game last week off the Luke Herter deflection. So we'll look for those players every week, and they're always showing up doing a really good job. So.
Okay, so again, a really great matchup here tonight. Clockers, the Tri-Valley Large, Bellingham, Tri-Valley Small, both very successful last season. We'll see what tonight holds. So coming up next here on WACA-TV.
At Gillette Stadium, Ashland is the Super Bowl champion of Division 6 and the winner of the Aganis Trophy.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ashland High School, William Kunis Field, known as the Plateau. Here, you're watching Ashland football here on WACA-TV. I'm Rob Silver with my partner Josh Abrams. We're just about ready to kick off. It's the Ashland Clockers taking on the Bellingham Blackhawks. And we're expecting a terrific matchup tonight. Bellingham up and coming. And Clockers 3-0, and it's John Gillia to kick it off. Nice boot. 2 guys. Ooh, little confusion there. But brought down nicely by a lot of Clockers.
By a host of Clockers.
I didn't want to say host. I don't want to let it out of the bag yet. Host is way too many.
So I think Connor Kramer was among those in on the tackle there to bring the ball carrier down. So first down here for the Blackhawks.
Yeah, so should be an interesting matchup. The Blackhawks will be led by number 14, senior quarterback Gavin Elder, with his favorite target, Calvin Polchlepek. And they lit it up last week, 272 yards, and Polchlepek had, I think, 170 maybe on 10 receptions. So, set to go, in motion, number 20. And right away drops back to pass. Oh, good design screen. Throws underneath to Gene Vaccarella.
Good second effort there as well to pick up some extra yards.
5 yards. It looked like it was a lot more than that, just because he had to drop back so much, being chased by Dylan Drozik.
2nd and 6.
And if you're looking for Polschlepek is number 33. I think he is. I'll try and locate him at the top of the screen as they
right through the hands.
And that's you know what? That was Antonuk.
Yep,
Ethan Antonuk. He's playing with a broken finger, believe it or not,
Wow.
and he has a cast on there. So that probably is not going to help him with those interceptions. Yeah, it looks like his right hand is pretty much just.
Did you see, by the way, just
all
before
taped
that ball was snapped, Keegan Weiss was right up the line like he is now, and then suddenly he backed off just before the ball was snapped.
So they're going to have to make some adjustments.
There he goes again.
In the secondary. They're going to really, because they've been vulnerable. Chased down by, I think that was Molesky.
Yep. Molesky forcing the pressure and then almost intercepted, I think, by Luke Herder there.
So right out of the gate, nice defensive stand for Ashland.
Absolutely. I mean, Rob, in the pregame, you were talking about Ashland being a little bit susceptible to the long pass, right? You know, giving up a lot of yards last week at Wayland. But that's a strong 3-and-out there.
Yeah, and it's tough to make the long pass when you have somebody in your face like right after the snap.
Yeah, it was just interesting on that second down that they opted for.
Tough, bad snap. He's not going to get it off. Oh, he did actually a good job getting it off.
That was a best possible scenario for the Blackhawks there, but Ashland will end up with great field position.
And it was Matt Gillis, number 9, who was first in there. He's kind of lucky he didn't get a penalty called on him, because I don't think he tipped the ball, yet he crushed the kicker. So, got a little bit of a break.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, good field position, net on the punt about 18 yards. So Ashland will take over as they have all year. On the other side of the field, great field position. Luke Herder with Andrew Molesky coming off a 233-yard ground game last week. Immediately gets the handoff. A good job by Bellingham.
Handoff to Molesky.
Number 54, Mark Imperato, along with one of his teammates. And one of the things we didn't talk about in the pregame, Josh, was last week it was Gillis, Kramer, and Molesky scoring 3 weeks in a row. Nobody has scored more than one touchdown. They had 5 scores the first week, all different players for the second week, and 3 last week, and the difference being the John Gillia field goal.
Mm-hmm.
So he rolls out Herder to his right and throws behind Gillis.
Pass attempted to Matt Gillis. Incomplete.
That was Imperato again. So that offensive line, again, we talked about them. Dylan Drozik, Leo Bovenschultz, Pat Delorias, Hunter Roby, and Mike D'Souza. Got to give Herder just a little bit of time, and he's very, very accurate with his arm. Max Palin at the bottom of the screen. At the top of the screen, that is number 22. That's Jake Rimza.
Blackhawk showed blitz there momentarily and then backed it off a little bit here. It looks like there's an audible coming in from the sideline.
And we've seen this type of match. I mean, Palin, he's got 4 or 5 inches over his receiver. All he has to do is, toss it up to him. Oh, quarterback draw. Just a little bit of traffic, unfortunately. Goes for nothing.
So a defensive battle here so far. A couple of 3-and-outs to open the game. That's a little uncharacteristic for an Ashland game this season, Rob.
Now they have usually taken the first drive and just marched right down the field.
Back to punt for Ashland. Number 16, Patrick Dwinell.
So Pat Dwinell's to kick for Ashland. See if he can pin the Blackhawks deep in their zone. Good snap. And doesn't really get the roll that we had wanted.
Pretty short for net yards there.
About 11 yards net. So basically they've traded field position, no field position, basically went nowhere on 2 sets of downs, and we're back where we started. 1st and 10 for Bellingham on their 34-yard line. Want to thank our sponsor tonight, Ashland Marathon Deli. I was all excited. What did you get tonight?
I got the Cape Cod. I'm trying to mix things up a little bit lately.
You're just a surprise every week.
Variety's the spice of life, Rob.
Mackie Kotov
And speaking of spices, they have a lot of good flavors over there at Marathon Deli.
I will do the segues, okay? That's my thing. No, I'm just kidding. Good job.
What, do you have a false start
Mackie
here?
Kotov with the meatball sub. How was the meatball sub? Got a thumbs up.
Yep.
That's
False start against the Blackhawks.
False start offense. 5-yard penalty. 1st and 15.
So I think that brings up the Blackhawks' net yards tonight offensively to 0.
Yeah, we've seen Ashland the first couple weeks. I think they held their opponents to almost 0 net yards or negative in the first week. So it's that pressure from that defensive line that's really got them jumping.
Yeah, we certainly sung the praise of the offensive line. We should probably start talking about the defensive line as well. The unsung heroes on both sides of the ball.
And it is almost the same people.
Good pressure here.
And Elder gets to the outside.
Knocked away.
Good job by, I think it was Rimza and Pat Dwinells.
Incomplete pass.
But you can see the talent that Elder has. He was really running for his life, and that wasn't that terrible a pass. It was right there.
No, hit him in the numbers.
Yeah, it might have been a tad bit behind him, but you got to help your quarterback.
You got to make that catch.
Yeah. So it is now 2nd and 15. Bottom of the screen, it's Michael Sparrow, number 1, and number
Sean
11.
Edwards. Yep.
Thank you. Sean Edwards, and it's probably Polchak at the top. They hand it off and goes nowhere. Drozek, Molesky, Antonuk, all in on the tackle.
Yeah, the running back there was Gian Vaccarella. Might have been his first carry of the night.
They call him G.
Do they?
I do.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
3rd and 15 for the Blackhawks at their own 19.
So one would assume this is a passing down, and it'll be interesting to see how Ashland does, knowing that it's coming, most likely. He's got some time.
Got some good coverage in the secondary.
He's talking to Polchak.
3 guys. Throws it out of bounds.
Yeah.
See, I was reading that off the scoreboard, that 19 yards, but it was actually, of course, the Blackhawk 29.
So Ashland coming up big in their first 2 defensive stops. 8:12 to go. It's 0-0.
For Ashland, number 11, Jake Keaveney, and number 3, Jake Troutman.
So it's Troutman and Keaveney back for Ashland. The trouble with the snap of the Blackhawks last time, kind of a droopy high. Doesn't have the zip that Ashland's guy has.
Look at this second line of protection for the punter. Better snap this time.
Much better. Much better.
Troutman with the fair catch signal. Doesn't touch it.
Yeah. It's fine.
Oh, ball takes another Blackhawk bounce. Rolls all the way down to about the Ashland 21.
Ball rolls to the Ashland 21.
Yeah, 29. What was that about? 21. Yeah, 21, 20, 50 yards.
Okay.
I think they were on the 29 over there. So 50
Yeah.
yard net.
Line of scrimmage was the 29 back there.
It was, okay. Yeah, they had 19 on the scoreboard. That's trying to keep us on our toes.
Sure.
You know?
I can tell you, it's a lot harder to pick up the yard numbers from the press box below us than from up top here, our vantage point.
Although it's getting tight up here. This is like, I want to say standing room only, but yeah, we're standing. But as Herter has some time, rolls out to his right, keeps it, shakes off a tackler, and gets hit kind of late, but
I gave him credit for a couple of yards.
yeah. He's fighting for every yard. That's why he got hit. It's all right. So Herter Comes into the huddle. He's got Molesky lined right behind him, and Palin at the bottom. Palin's got the huge height. Gigliotti in motion. It's given to Molesky, who gets the first down.
Takes
9
about
yards.
5 Blackhawks with him to get there.
Close to a first down.
Yeah, we said it all year long, but once he gets some momentum, he's just dragging the pile with him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good to see. We got Molesky, that misdirection just gave him a little bit of room. And once he gets going,
Okay, we're going to give him 9 yards rushing on that.
I will give him 9 yards,
Okay.
yes. Going to try and keep some stats between Josh and myself. You get so involved in the game.
It's a full-service broadcast here.
Yeah. It's Caveney in motion now. Herder keeps it. Finds a little bit of space. Good 5 yards.
Herder, gain of 5. Second and 5.
PA system's working well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they finally fixed one of the speakers that's been broken all year.
Yeah.
I got to test that out last night. I served as MC or
Oh, yeah.
PA announcer for the boys soccer senior night celebration last night right here at the Plateau.
And it was a good finish. Good
Is it?
result, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a great game. They were down early 1-0 to Millis, and but scored 3 unanswered goals, 2 by by Louise Manhays. So that was a big win for the boys soccer team, as Millis had come in at 6-1 on the season, I
Wow.
believe.
Gigliotti in motion. Throw to Troutman. He's got some blockers and plenty of room. He might be gone. Got one man to beat. It's Polslapak,
Could go all the way.
Antonuk,
Troutman,
and he's in the end zone.
and it's touchdown, Ashland.
62-yard score. So 62 yards.
Is
on
that
a
their
little
biggest
du-
play? Is that their biggest, longest play
I
of
think
the
it
season?
is. I think it is the longest play of the season. 62 yards, Herder to Troutman, and about 60 of those yards after the
Jackson's
catch.
off on the hold.
Just a little screen pass.
To the kick.
And just as you called it, Rob, I mean, some terrific blockers. All of a sudden, the whole left side of the field was open for him.
And Gilia with the kick
It's up and it's good.
to make the score 7-0.
5:17 left in the first quarter. Ashland 7, Bellingham 0.
Yeah, they were just, they had everybody loaded on this side, and Bellingham just had one defender. Single coverage, just a great call by the coaches.
Mm-hmm. It was interesting. I mean, that was only Herder's second pass attempt of the night. He misfired on the first attempt, and then boom, 62 yards to Troutman for the touchdown.
Yeah, and that, like we talked about before, Ashland looks like they're a bigger team, so, on a one-on-one basis, they're more physical. It's just.
One thing I'm a little bit surprised about, talking about size, Rob, is I haven't seen Connor Kramer out there on offense yet tonight.
Yeah, they haven't had to use them. I think it's interesting because, Coach McKay just does what he needs to do, and he's always got more weapons in the bag. Do you
Well,
keep
talking about,
weapons in the bag or
the balance-
tricks in the bag?
Oh,
As,
an
a little
onside
onside
attempt.
kick attempt.
Onside kick.
Didn't go 10 yards. Oh, the 40. No, it did. That's right. It starts at the 40, so.
Refs are already calling this as a Blackhawk ball,
Yeah.
so they were able to
Number
recover.
42 from Bellingham, Brady Pelletier.
So close, so close. And
Mhm.
look at it. He's like, I just missed it. It's a good attempt. Want to try and make a statement coming into our house, our plateau.
That was a bold move after that big scoring drive to just keep your foot on the gas and go for it, aggressive. Interesting call by Coach McKay.
Well, I mean, the defense has been there all night, so it's not like he's too concerned, but we'll see. As Elder fakes it, That's just incomplete pass. They were trying to set up their own screen.
Trying to find Michael Spira there on the pass.
Yeah, that was never going anywhere.
So Rob, was that Troutman's first touchdown of the season?
I would have to check the film. It may be. I can't remember.
Just reinforces the point about the balanced scoring attack this team has. Just so many weapons and so many people are getting into the end zone
you're
for this team.
absolutely right. Yeah. So they have 3 receivers lined up to the left. Elder steps back. Oh, deflection.
Was that deflected? I thought it just hit Spira
Not
in the hands.
deflection. I meant he yeah. Deflection off his own hands.
Okay,
Spira's hands. I thought maybe.
I mean, both these last 2 passes have seemed too hard. I mean, I don't know if it's adrenaline or these receivers aren't ready for it, but I mean, he's a very successful quarterback, and I'm just surprised.
I don't think that one was too high. I think he just took his eyes off it. He just knows that he's about to get hit or ready. He was ready to turn it upfield, whatever it was. But
Brings up 3rd and 10 for the Blackhawks.
Yeah, on their 47, trying to take advantage of the failed onside kick. Oh, and that's
Gillis.
Gillis from behind.
And Kramer.
87, Connor Kramer.
But it's Gillis first. And it was Gillis at the end of the game last week that went in and made the tackle as Whalen was driving towards the end of the game. And he just came up behind the guy and just, as he was going in for the tackle, just smacked at the ball. Like you see the NFL guys, you know, when they go in for the tackle, they just like aim for the ball from behind and caused the fumble, and that iced the game. So once again, Bellingham going backwards on their offensive possession. 4:20 to go. And the 3rd punt of the night. That one pretty good. It could get a good bounce, and it does.
Well, this one rolls all the way down inside the 15.
Yeah, so 46 yards net. I mean, they're leading the game in net punting yards.
In one category.
Yeah,
so exactly 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Ashland up 7-0. I'm Josh Abrams. He's Rob Silver. Glad to have you with us here on a cool autumn night. Friday night lights here at the Plateau.
Perfect weather. Perfect weather. It was perfect weather golfing today. Just,
what'd you shoot?
Or
we don't want to talk about that on the air.
No, 91, which isn't bad.
No, it's not bad.
Lake of I shot a 44 on the back. Finished with a couple pars. Okay, so they're going with the squish offense.
Yep.
And it's give to Molesky. He's gone. He's gone. Molesky for
85 yards.
85 yards. Takes it to the bank, deposits it in the end zone.
No flags on the play.
Picking up where he left off last week.
85-yard touchdown run.
Speaking of banks,
Yeah.
I was at the bank today. This old lady asked me to help her check her balance, so I pushed her over. Are you kids there? It's a joke. I didn't even go to the bank, all right?
These kids today, they don't even know what a bank is. They use the ATM.
Exactly.
Or the Venmo. They use the Venmo.
Yeah.
How dad is that? The Venmo.
Julia for the extra point. Another good snap. Good hold by Weiss.
Kick is up and kick is good. With 3:44 left in the first quarter, your Clockers 14.
As Ashland, with 3:44 to go, leads 14-0. Bellingham on the other sideline, stunned right now. And now, going back 3 years, this is starting to shape up like the Ashland-Holliston game. Ashland was really coming along with their program. They were 6-0. They went into Holliston 6-0. Holliston 48-0.
Wow.
Crushed them. But then it was the next year where we saw the game of the century. And Ashland.
So again, I'm trying to keep the stats here in the first quarter, Robin. By my count, the Clockers have run 6 plays and 14 points. I mean, that's efficient.
Wow.
I mean, they just scored a touchdown on their first play of that series.
Yeah, and on defense, they're just as impressive. Again, negative 10 yards maybe net. as Julia goes to kick off for his third time. Nice kick, deep corner. Bellingham gets
Number
it.
20. Mason Jake.
About 10 yards on that return.
That's Mason Jock on the return.
By number 16, Patrick Dwinell. And number 17,
Mason Jocks,
Nick
yeah.
Tang.
I do like having the PA announcer helps sometimes
Sure.
with the, does he have a spotter down there? That's Mark
He does.
Drozek.
He does have a spotter.
Yeah, so that helps with some of the names.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Blackhawks start 1st and 10 at their 26.
So now flipping the lineup here, and they got trips right as Elder calls out the snap count. Hands it off and goes for nothing. Maybe a yard.
Maybe a yard.
As he rolled over the tackler.
So that
Tackled by number 59, Dylan Drozer.
the ball carrier there was number 44. It's one player we don't have on our roster here tonight. So
now Dylan every game day goes to Marathon Deli, gets the Dixie wrap or Dixie something wrap that his dad told me, but that's his game day ritual.
got one wide receiver here on the near side that isn't covered.
Elder nowhere to go. Gillis wrapped him up by the legs.
Number 9, Matt Gillis.
Gillis having a tremendous game. Was on the receiving end of a key touchdown last week that put them ahead to stay.
He is definitely making his presence felt up front there.
One of the captains on this Clocker squad as Kramer comes back into the game in defense. They look a little out of sorts, but. So it's 3rd and 12, 3rd and 13.
Yep.
Once again, a passing down. We'll see if Ashland can sit on this. See if Elder can even get it off. He's had trouble even,
Gill's getting double teamed over there. Pass up the middle is incomplete.
That was again to that number
Spira,
1.
yep.
Yes.
Number 1, Michael Spera.
That one had a little bit more zip on it, but he had to have zip on it. And they're just going to have to step up and catch those. I mean, that was a little high too, but
Yep.
they've really neutralized Polchlepak.
We haven't said his name yet tonight.
I just said it. I just said it, and I
I
said
meant
it so
during a
well.
play.
I know. I said it so well. I was so proud. It just flowed off my tongue because I expected to.
Are you a linguist? Really smooth.
Thank you. Thank you. Who's back for Ashland as the 4th punt of the night? Another nice
Troutman.
punt. Troutman and Caveney, I believe. Caveney.
Fair catch by
Yep.
number 11, Jake Keaveney.
So just under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Let's see if I can get that one out. 14-0 Clockers over the Blackhawks.
Yeah, that's another one that was almost 40 something yards, maybe. Almost 40 yards on the punt. Not bad.
Yeah, they're about the
No
24.
roll on that one. That was all.
Well, I caught it. It's the first one
Yeah.
they've caught tonight.
Yeah, I think they were about the 24. So, coming out of the squish offense, once again, last time
Hey.
it was the handoff. It's so deceiving.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
And this one goes to Gigliotti.
He breaks through the middle.
Handoff,
And he
Peter
gets 9.
Gigliotti. Gain of 9.
That was his first rush of the night.
Very demoralizing when you get 9 yards.
You're saying demoralizing for the Blackhawks giving up 9, or demoralizing for Gigliotti
That he didn't get
for not
the-
getting 10?
Yeah. More so for the Blackhawks. This is good. Now it gives them options.
Do you think it's like Molesky's thrown down the gauntlet now and
There's
another
Molesky.
Handoff to Molesky.
gets the first
6
down and
yards.
And
6
they
out.
will be moving the chains. That is an Ashland first down.
more? And they're over midfield now.
So we're approaching the 1 minute mark in the first quarter. After a couple back and forth possessions, nobody doing anything. Ashland has just opened the floodgates. Pitch to Gigliotti.
Handoff, Peter
Rumbles
Gigliotti.
through the crowd for a
Gain of
5.
6.
I'll call it 6. 5.
Yeah, it's 5. He even the PA announcer even corrected himself. I have a good eye for yardage markers and simple math.
Okay,
Could be the last play of the quarter, 25 seconds and running if they keep it on the ground, or if they go for a touchdown. Gigliotti, it's the handoff, keeps the legs turning, gets about 3, and that's going to wind down the clock here for the first quarter.
Donovan Turner.
Yeah, actually only 2. Good defensive stop for Bellingham.
3rd and 3, and that is the
So that's going to do it for the first quarter here at the Plateau, Ashland High School. The Ashland Clockers leading the Bellingham Blackhawks 14-0. And we're going to have a word from our sponsor, and we'll be right back.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Marathon Deli. Marathon Deli offers a full range of lunch and dinner items for dine-in or catering. Fine cold cuts, cheeses, and meats also available, in addition to specialty wraps such as the Mayflower wrap, as well as the Honey Bee wrap. They'll be sure to get your mouth watering. Serving Metro West for over 24 years, give them a call at 508-231-1859 or find them on the web at marathondeli.com.
Today's sports coverage on WACA-TV is sponsored in part by Techniplex Flexibles, a globally integrated company focused on developing and manufacturing innovative packaging materials. The Ashland facility produces packaging for medical devices and essential products to help in the battle to treat and eliminate COVID-19.
All right, and we're back. Start of the second quarter. Ashland 3rd and 3, leading 14-0 against the Bellingham Blackhawks. Pitch to Molesky from the Squish offense. He breaks it outside. He may be gone again.
Molesky.
Yeah, but a big chunk on that one.
At the 18-yard line.
23.
23?
23 yards.
For 11. Sean Edwards.
So Molesky already over 100 yards. He's about 110, 120 on the night, coming off that 233-yard gain last week. Pitch to Gigliotti, and he picks up 7.
Handoff to Gigliotti, a short gain, and tackled by number 33, Calvin.
Sounds like Drozek isn't impressed with a 7-yard gain.
Now,
2nd and 3. 7-yard gain.
when you're getting 85 and 23 at a chunk, 7 is disappointing.
It's all perspective.
Yeah.
This is by far the most successful I've seen that squish alignment work for the Clockers so far this season.
They're just a bigger, stronger team. It goes to Molesky. He bounces off a couple tacklers, and he's gone.
Andrew Molesky off the
Another
left side.
touchdown for Andrew Molesky
Ashland Clockers, Andrew Molesky.
from 8 yards out. And your Clockers now lead 20-0. And we have a multiple touchdown alert as Andrew Molesky is the first Clocker this year to have multiple touchdowns in one game.
Jack McGough to hold. John Gillia for the extra point attempt.
As John Gillia comes in for the extra point attempt, Jack McGough holding as opposed to Keegan Weiss.
Doesn't seem to matter to Giglia.
It's up and it's good.
Yep, Philip Bork on the snap there, the long snapper on the
21,
point after
Bellingham
attempt.
0, 10:33 left in the first half.
So,
I've got Molesky with 132 yards rushing tonight.
yeah, I was about that 85. I had him about 110 in my head before the 23. Yeah.
So while we have a break in the action, we should remind folks that the latest episode of Clocker Talk is now out. Show that's hosted, of course, by the two of us, Rob and Josh. Bi-weekly highlights, interviews. Your single source place to go for all the latest in Ashland High School sports.
Still waiting for an email at the end of Clocker Talk. Anybody that emails us with a question It's clockertalk at WACA-TV.com. Suggestion, whatever. $10 gift card, Marathon Deli. Still 10 available. But after this broadcast, and you don't have to be from Ashland. As the kick goes deep to Jacques. Gets a good block, breaks it to the outside. And I
Kramer
think that
with
was
the tackle.
Kramer, yes.
Number 87, Connor Kramer.
Nice little return by Jacques there.
Yeah, I mentioned that Clocker Talk offer to my cousin up in Toronto, Daniel Miller. But clearly he's not taking it seriously. I don't know when he's going to be able to come down from Canada to go to Marathon Deli, but nonetheless.
Right. It's worth the trip. I mean, I'm sure. I think they do tour buses to Marathon Deli from Toronto. Just get on there, free sandwich.
Right, and then head down to one of the casinos, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. So Elder trying to get something started. Wow, Gillis again.
Oh,
And Drozek to clean it up along with Caveney.
Dylan Drozek. And number 11, Jake Keaveney.
More impressive defense from the Clockers tonight.
Yeah, it's really impressive.
I thought they lost yards on that play.
They did. They did. They're
Okay,
down
the
6.
flags are messing me up. Okay,
Yep.
good. How did that we go for no gain? But yeah, they lost yards.
2nd and 16 from the 20.
There you go, 6-yard loss.
Hands it off.
He had a big hole there too.
There's a hold. Yeah, there's the flag. Oh, and there's that's McGough a little slow to get up. Oh no, Pat Deloria's. That would be devastating to lose him.
There's
Yeah.
a flag on the play.
He's coming off. Leo Bovenscholt going in for him.
Yeah, okay.
So
Holding
the-
against the Blackhawks.
Yeah, they just dragged down Antonik on the
That's
edge there.
holding on Bellingham. 10 yards.
Well, you can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him.
Repeat.
Which one? Who are they trying to contain?
Antonia.
Oh,
But you can say the same thing for most of that defensive line, right?
yeah, it's more negative yards, so it is.
2nd and 26.
Yeah, 2nd and 26.
They're-
Backed up on their 8-yard line.
Blackhawks overloading on the near side here, and now we have a timeout.
Timeout.
Ashland.
Guess there's something there Coach McKay didn't like.
Yeah, probably just trying to strategize being 2nd and 26, maybe figure out. Just don't
Send
let
the-
them get, don't
send
let
the
them
house?
get behind you. No, just don't let them get behind you. You have them where you want them. Just understand the situation that's presented itself.
Oh, Rob, while we have the timeout on the field, let's take a
Sure.
moment here to thank our crew here tonight. They always do such a great job for us. So working the cameras and the tech, all that. Justin O'Brien, Nick Cunningham, Connor Donovan, Mackie Katob, and Tom Hamilton. Guys, thank you so much for all your help tonight.
And the maestro? Did we get the maestro?
I called him by name instead of by his nickname.
Oh.
Connor Donovan is the maestro. If you enjoyed
Yes.
tonight's pregame show, that was a maestro production.
I can't wait to get home to watch it. So we're back, 9:10 to go here in the second quarter. If you're just joining us, Ashland has just ripped open a 21-0 lead. Second and 26 for the Blackhawks. Elder has had no time. He does get it out there to Sarah.
Michael Spear.
Spera, yeah.
Tackled on
Good
the
job
block
by the
by number
defense.
Jake
We'll give him 8-10 yards. That's fine.
Yeah, they had Spear isolated out there one-on-one, and
Yeah.
Elder found him.
Yeah, 12 yards on that. Their best play of the night.
3rd and 15.
I think that's Elder's
11.
second completion of the night, right? He had that one short screen in the first series, and now this one.
Yeah. So, see if he can build off that momentum there. 3rd and 15. Steps up. Oh, he had Sparrow again.
Yeah.
Dropped another one.
Michael Spira.
I am just really impressed how Ashland has shut down Polchapek.
Right.
Just, we haven't said his name at all. He made one play on defense, but
I want to keep an eye on. Are they double teaming him out there, or?
I think that's what it is, and just kind of shading the safety over there. So back to punt again is Stephen Crummett.
And this time Troutman is all alone to receive.
Looks like they're coming with the some pressure. Low snap. Almost got it. Fire. They're yelling fire. Means get away from it.
What have we got? A flag here?
Yeah.
What's?
Unsportsmanlike conduct. I didn't see it.
I didn't see
but
it either.
It must have been pretty blatant. One of the Bellingham guys must have just cheap hit or something.
And that's just frustration, right? I mean, down 21-0.
I was just going to say the level of frustration is at about an 11. We love to use that 11.
I always enjoy your pop culture references.
You know, and I've never even seen the full movie. I just know.
Oh, here we go again.
I know the scene. I know what you're talking about. What?
Top 10 movies Rob Silver hasn't seen but should have.
Yeah.
Number 1, Rocky, as we learned.
I did see Rocky.
Finally.
Right. It took me a while.
I kid because I love Rob. I got to be honest.
No, yeah. I like the kidding.
I didn't see Shawshank Redemption until about 2 years ago.
Wow.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Bellingham.
So that's going to add 15 yards to the end of the punt.
Penalty.
So
So
again,
that negates the roll.
Yeah, and puts it over into Ashland, Bellingham territory.
Just over the line.
Gigliotti in motion. Molesky. Like a hot knife through butter. 9 yards.
Close. 2nd and 1.
God, Shawshank Redemption. How'd you miss out on that one? I've seen it probably like 10, 15 times.
You know, there was a certain scene I'd heard about, and I would just rather not have to see that. But enough people were giving me grief about it. It was on one night. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to watch it.
And you're a better person because of it. So, 2nd and 1. Luke Herter calling out the play. Gigliotti in motion. Molesky to Gigliotti, excuse me, on the sweep. He's got
Peter Gigliotti
had some room around the corner. Pick up.
Number 1.
Ball spotted about the 28.
12 yards. If it's the
Number
28.
James, that must be in Ashland. First
29,
down.
wow. Stingy with the
29,
with the
so
mark, 11 yards.
11 yards, thank you. And they've gone away from the squish formation here in this series.
They just keep you on your toes.
Every once in a while, I got to take a look and keep an eye on Tom Hamilton because he has kind of crept out onto just over the onto the field here. You got to be careful, Tom.
Two of the Jakes lined up to the left. Matt Gillis, the up back. Molesky. About 2 yards on the dive.
Short gain for Molesky. Ball at the 28-yard line. 2nd and 8.
Make it the 27-yard line.
Scoreboard has it at the 28, but we'll go with you.
Wow, look at that. That's clearly the 27.
I agree.
It's the nose, yeah. So it is 2nd and 8. Gigliotti must be tired by now.
Gets the ball.
Gets it. Good block on the end. And Gigliotti picks up
Showing
10.
some good speed there.
Forced out of bounds.
I think it might have been Gillis on the block.
14, Gavin Elder.
Great job.
That will be another Ashland first down.
So far tonight, Rob, I mean, Ashland, a lot of success on the ground, just 2 passing attempts by Herter. Of course, one of them went for 62 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah. keeps the clock moving, which is nice. So again, Gillis, the up back, and Herder and Molesky lined up behind him. Palin with single coverage here on the right. Gigliotti in motion. Herder is going to be brought down by two of the Bellingham Blackhawks, number 56 and 11.
Sacked by number 11.
Sean Edwards and
number 56,
Ethan Silva. So,
Loss of 7, second and 17.
so that brings up 2nd and 17. Kind of opens the playbook a little bit. Be interesting to see what they do here. Maybe another little screenplay. Wouldn't mind seeing them, again, try and throw it down the field, take advantage. Jake Rimza, we know, has the good leaping ability. Also a pretty solid basketball player. So,
Well, overloaded here on the right side. 4 wide receivers all together.
got the single coverage up top with Max Palin, who he really is staring over there at Troutman, I believe.
Troutman having a big night tonight.
Pass is complete
Catches and out of bounds at the 9.
to number 3, Jake Troutman.
And a holding penalty.
Holding against Ashland. That ball.
So that is going to negate that nice pass, nice reception. So what was 2nd and 17 should be now 2nd and 27. So both squads facing some long second downs. Bellingham had a 2nd and 26. Ashland, just to outdo them, 2nd and 27.
Okay, so Rob, put yourself in Coach McKay's shoes for a moment here, okay? 2nd and 27. What's the goal here? Try and, get about half of it here on 2nd down, another half on 3rd?
Yeah, I think they're going to hand it off to Molesky. And he's got the trips left. McKay is not happy. He's not happy. So whatever they were supposed to do, they didn't.
Got him open.
Keegan Weiss. Keegan Weiss over the middle.
Pass complete to Keegan White.
And that was 33 yards on the reception and a first down from 2nd and 27.
First and goal from the 2.
Wow.
So that's Keegan Weiss's first reception of the night. 33 yards.
Just a dime on that throw right there. Weiss he only had a step on it. The defense was pretty good, but it was just
But Herder put it
throw.
right in the right spot for him. Only he
Yeah.
was going to catch that one.
They love throwing it right down the middle. So see if Molesky can punch it in for his 3rd score.
What do we got?
Flag
Ashland.
against the coach.
What is he so worked up about?
Not sure, but the refs have had enough. So it goes from a 1st and goal on the 2 is a 1st and goal on the 17,
Flag on
I
the
believe.
play, ladies and gentlemen.
I think they're waving off the flag.
Real-
Flags picked up, no penalty.
We'll have to get the story behind that one later.
Yeah, I can.
What do you think? They send that one back to New York for review?
Trying to figure out. I don't know. Maybe there was something the coach.
I mean, coach was
Thought he
on the
saw-
field, and I don't know
Yeah.
if the refs saw the timeout get called, because it felt like McKay didn't come out on the field till after the timeout was called.
Yeah.
That's my best guess.
Yeah, maybe there was a timeout, and they threw the flag, but the timeout had negated any type of penalty that might have been there. So, once again, Herder gives it to Molesky, who just goes in untouched.
Oh, he got the blocks. He just kind of kept shifting
Yeah,
left, shifting
just-
left.
sidestepped everybody, and Molesky for his 3rd touchdown of the night
That's correct.
puts the Clockers up 27-0. And again,
Snap. Jack McGough for the hold. John Gillia for the kick.
Gillia on for the extra point. Good from 40 yards.
He's 4 for 4 tonight.
Ashland
28 to nothing.
Bellingham
Still have 4 minutes to go in the first half.
4:09.
4:09 left in the half.
You do not want to visit the plateau. So this is their third game at home this year. First game they were up 30 to nothing at the half. Second game 28 to nothing, and right now they're up 28 to nothing with 4 minutes to go. And Bellingham, has done all they could just to try and get positive yards, and they haven't been able to. They're negative maybe 10 on the night.
And again, most of the damage on the ground tonight, Rob.
Yeah, what do we have, Molesky? About 140 maybe?
I've lost track. he's over 140 at this point, yeah.
95 and 29 is 124, 132, 152, 156. 156, 3 touchdowns, and how many carries was that?
10. 10 carries, 3 touchdowns.
15.6 average. And Gillia to kick it off. I'm guessing they will not try another onside kick.
Bellingham's,
Just-
sorry.
Yeah, no,
Not
just
expecting
working
it.
on work on the fundamentals. And that's 20 Jacques, I believe. Some good space. His
Right.
best return of the
Returned
night.
by number 20, Mason Jakes. Tackle. Tackle
Mason
by
Jakes, okay.
I mean,
number 87.
when I was younger, I used to watch the undersea world of Jacques Cousteau.
Of course.
I'd never heard anybody refer to as Jake Cousteau. So that's just me.
I think that's the English version of Jacques. I mean, technically it'd be Jack, I suppose, but
Mason?
Jack, Jake.
When you put a CQUE,
That's not Jake.
I'll talk with Mark.
We're old school.
Mark and I have a very good relationship. I will. So what's Elder going to do here?
Quick pass.
Finds his receiver. That's Polchlapek.
Pass complete to
Oh,
number
a nice
3.
strong hit. Weiss was able to wrap him up long enough for Troutman to come in and finish him off. But that was their first down of the night.
Bellingham at the 41.
That whole play just felt very deliberate, right? Just send him out short, hit him, just get that completion, try and build some kind of momentum here late in the first half.
Yeah, and Elder's talking to him like, hey, let's figure something out.
So single coverage on him, that's what we were going to start keeping an eye on.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about. And then Weiss backs off. They'll give him the underneath. Oh. As Drozek was all over Elder.
A lot of pressure right there.
That ball just fell right at the feet of Jack McGough.
Incomplete pass.
So brings up 2nd and 10 with 3:43 to go in this first half. Gotta give the Bellingham crowd some props for really cheering on their team, keeping them motivated. So again, Weiss right up with Elder here at the bottom of the screen. A handoff, catches Ashland off guard.
Big run.
That's their biggest gain of the night. That was number 5.
G. Vaccarella.
Gee.
Run. Run by number 5.
So Bellingham's first sustained drive of the night, coming here with
Yeah.
just over 3:20 to go in the second quarter.
15 yards on that carry, and they got a little something going. Oh, they want the penalty. The guard moved a little bit. Everyone saw it.
Play action.
And that goes for really Sarah.
Pass to number
Spera.
1, Mike
Mhm.
Spera.
About 5 yards.
It might be Spera. I'm not going to argue with him on that.
Touched by Ethan Antelope.
I'll pick my battles.
I used to work at EMC with a woman named Lucille Spira.
Shout out to
Second
Lucille
and
Spera
5.
if you're watching. Hope you're doing well. Elder. And it's-
Spira in motion.
Yeah.
A lot of shouting right now.
Yeah. Like they knew the play. They could tell. Oh, that was Caveney.
Elder got flushed out of the pocket and right into Keaveney.
Loss of a yard. And a timeout by Bellingham as they facing a 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 maybe.
So Rob, while we have the timeout, I mean, we did talk about boys soccer a little bit earlier. I want to give a shout out to the field hockey team. Apparently the power rankings came out this afternoon, the first sport of the fall so far to have power rankings released, and Ashland girls came in at number 15, which I'm told is excellent. Top 32 teams go to the postseason.
Oh,
so congratulations to the field hockey team.
Nice.
Nice little season they're putting together.
Yeah, we were able to catch an interview with Coach Molly Foley, so watch our Clocker Talk episode and get to see what she had to say about the team and some of the prospects.
Yeah, Molly's a homegrown product, born and raised, went to Ashland High.
2012 graduate. She's been coaching for 5 years.
And was a joy to have on the program.
Yeah, she was. She was a lot of fun. She's like really, really excited. Nervous and excited, but she did great. It was perfect timing, too.
Got back-to-back timeouts here. This time Ashland called it, and Coach McKay seems a little frustrated, upset. Seemed to be directed at his team that time, but apparently the defense wasn't what he wanted.
He will coach his team to the final whistle. He never lets up, which is the way it should be. You can't. You just can't have a lapse in your.
50-50 raffle.
What's the word? What's the word? Like I'm doing right now. You can't have that type of lapse.
Get your tickets.
You just
gotta stay focused.
Yeah, I swear to God, I was gonna say you just have to stay focused.
Well, it seemed to be where you were going.
Yeah. I couldn't get there. I don't know. I'm worried about the cramp that's in my foot. The shoe's already come off. It's going up to my ankle. Again, it's a lot of golf today. So, Elder.
3rd and 7.
Best drive of the night for the Blackhawks. And Elder keeps it. He gets about 5 maybe.
Got to be close to a first down.
Quarterback keeper up the middle.
4th down.
Jack McGough.
I mean, there's really no decision. They will go 4th and 3, actually.
4th and 3.
So this is the first big test for the Ashland defense that they've had in a while. They also got to worry about the clock as we're down to 1:50 and running here. Elder has no time. Gillis right in his face.
Heavy pressure by Gillis.
But he's able to get it off to Vaccarella.
Antonuck with the tackle.
Got the first down. I'm really surprised. I thought they had Elder bottled up, and he somehow found G for that first down completion on the near sideline.
Yeah, good design play.
31-yard line.
1:30 to go. Elder, a little bit of time.
He's got a man open.
One down there. Oh, and Molesky gets an arm in there. I believe it was Molesky.
No, it was 22. It was Rimza.
Okay. That's what happens when you don't use the binoculars. Yep. Yeah. But good job by Rimza there.
That was a close call. I mean, the receiver was open. Rimza had his back to the play most of the way. I was a little concerned he was going to get called for pass interference, not turning around, but no call there.
Turned around and just got the arm in there.
So minute 15 now here in the second quarter. Clocker's up 28-0. Bellingham trying to put something together here with a late drive.
He wants to target at some point 33 at the bottom of the screen, Polchlepak.
Weiss is giving him plenty of space.
Oh,
there's Gillis again.
They haven't figured out how to stop him.
Nope.
So Gillis and Drozek in on the sack.
That defensive line is having a night. Timeout.
Yeah. 3rd and 15, 1:01 to go.
3rd and 15 for Bellingham.
So the clock is stopped here with a minute 1 to go. Another timeout here on the field. Bellingham facing a 3rd and 15 from the Clocker 36. So, Rob, looking ahead here for the football team. Why not look ahead? It's still, just about halftime.
Yeah, sure.
What do they head to? They're heading to what?
Do you have it?
I'm looking it up here. It looks like they're going to Holliston next
When?
Friday.
Next Friday?
That's what I've got here. Ashland travels to Holliston next Friday night, and then they host Westwood right back here on WACA-TV Friday, October 8th. Both games at 7 p.m.
So
I know you've had that Holliston game circled on your calendar for a while.
Every week it just gets, tougher and tougher, and Ashland just rises to the challenge. It's hard to say what's going to happen with Holliston. I think they're 1-2, but they've played some tough teams.
Look at this formation for the Blackhawks. 4 receivers split out wide to the far side.
The diamond, and that didn't fool them at all. The Clockers, Kramer, Gillis, Drozik, all night.
Connor Kramer, loss of 1.
And it's 4th down. Clock is running. See if he tosses one deep to the end zone. I mean, if you're going to do it, you got to do it quick. Want to give yourself
Should take
some
as much time off the clock as they can.
Yeah,
almost had him bottled up. He gets it off into double coverage and almost intercepted by Weiss.
For Gavin Elder.
So that just about does it. I'm guessing Ashland will take a knee here and head to the locker room with a 28-0 lead. Just another dominating performance here at the Plateau. 3 touchdowns by Andrew Molesky on 156 yards on the ground. The other score, the 62
yards.
62-yard
to
pass
Troutman.
from Herder to Troutman. And they do run it one more time. And it's Molesky. 7 yards, 163, 6 yards,
That's the end of
162. As the
Ashland
clock
28,
winds down,
Bellingham 0.
so at halftime, once again, nobody has scored, by the way, at the Plateau in the first half of the game this year.
Certainly not the friendly confines for the opponents here this year.
No, not at all. So we're going to, excuse me. So we're going to take a break, get a word from our sponsor, Marathon Deli. I'm Rob Silver, Josh Abrams here on WACA-TV. We're going to take a couple minutes, like we said, and come on back for what should be a fun second half. So, all right,
see you soon.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Marathon Deli. Marathon Deli offers a full range of lunch and dinner items for dine-in or catering. Fine cold cuts, cheeses, and meats also available, in addition to specialty wraps such as the Mayflower wrap, as well as the Honey Bee wrap. They'll be sure to get your mouth watering. Serving Metro West for over 24 years, give them a call at 508-231-1859 or find them on the web at marathondeli.com.
Today's sports coverage on WACA-TV is sponsored in part by Techniplex Flexibles, a globally integrated company focused on developing and manufacturing innovative packaging materials. The Ashland facility produces packaging for medical devices and essential products to help in the battle to treat and eliminate COVID-19. And welcome back to second half action. Ashland Clocker football. Tonight's opponent, the Bellingham Blackhawks. But so far it's been all Clockers tonight, Rob. 28-0 in the first half.
Yeah, like we said, as we went to the half, nobody has scored. No opposing team has scored in the first half here in Ashland. Three games in a row. So hats off to the Clocker defense.
Yep, defensive line has been causing all kinds of problems tonight for the Bellingham quarterback, Gavin Elder. And on offense, got to give some shout out to Jeff Troutman, or Jake Troutman, I should say. I'm thinking of his dad, Jeff. But of course, Molesky's been the big name tonight.
Great job by Bellingham.
Onside kick.
And they say recover the onside kick.
Number 11, Sean Edwards.
So giving Coach McKay a taste of his own medicine. Clockers try an onside kick in the first half. But Bellingham pulls it off here.
Now they were just back too far. They didn't come up to play it. It was a good kick. Just totally caught him off guard. And that second half kickoff brought to you by Technoplex Flexibles, one of our faithful sponsors. We want to apologize for not giving them their props in the first half, and we'll tell you a little bit more about that.
So Bellingham 1st and 10 here at the Clocker 48. Gavin Elder back to pass, getting pressure immediately by Keaveney, shakes away from it, throws an ill-advised pass and intercepted by Weiss.
As he tried to force that one in there.
Triple coverage.
To Connor Kelly.
So Keegan Weiss with a big interception there. So the onside kick by Bellingham quickly negated by an interception on the first play of the second half by Bellingham.
Yeah, and last week that was one of the keys as well. They had 4 turnovers. They caused 4 turnovers, 3 interceptions and a fumble.
And that big interception at the end to seal the win. And in Wayland last week?
Yes, against the Warriors of Wayland.
Okay, so here's the squish formation for the Clockers. They ran into great success in the first half. Give is to Gigliotti, shakes a couple tackles, and works his way out to the 44. Call that a 5-yard gain.
Yeah.
2nd and 5 for the Clockers
2nd and 5 from the
at their own 44.
Yeah, I was talking to one of the coaches, Tim Delorias, at halftime, talking nothing but praise for Gigliotti. Just always gives 110%, always, really positive attitude.
Here's the give to Molesky. It's a hard-fought yards. He breaks through the line, a big gainer, and he's gone. Brought down at...
I'll let you say it, number 33.
Calvin Polchalapek.
Nicely done. 33 yards on the carry. I think he's the only one that really had a chance to catch him. The only one fast enough on that team.
So coming in tonight, we were told he was the big target on offense, the big wide receiver, but he's really been held to just 1 catch on offense, but making a big play defensively here to keep Molesky from going in for his 4th touchdown of the night.
So we're on the double century watch. We are now at...
Make it for 2 weeks in a row.
We have Molesky at 195 yards after that carry and 3 touchdowns.
Gives to Gigliotti. Following some blocks, cuts back toward the middle and then brought down just over the 20.
Gain of 3.
That was number 60, Jeffrey Caruso, in on the tackle for the Blackhawks.
Ball's on the 20-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 7 from there.
So Clockers picking up right where they left off in the first half, just rumbling right down the field, chewing up big chunks at a time. Up 28-0 here, 9:45 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, they really negated that onside kick by Bellingham.
Already a distant memory.
Exactly, yeah.
This almost looks like a hybrid formation off the squid. I saw Herder spinning around and around there. I'm not sure who ended up with the ball.
It was Molesky that did get it. It was.
So minimal gain, maybe a yard here.
No gain.
So 3rd and 7.
5.
Oh, scoreboard had it 3rd and 6. Okay.
PA
has it 3rd and 5.
I had him at a yard.
Okay.
I think it's 3rd and 6 to be, but it's close enough. That's why I'm giving him a yard.
Okay, Josh Abrams, Rob Silver with you on the call tonight here on WACA-TV. Whether you're watching us on Facebook or on YouTube, we're happy to have you with us. Great cool night here on the plateau. Clockers up 28-0. Taking a long time to get this play put in.
Yeah, the ref timeout.
Seems to be a bit of confusion.
Yeah,
everybody
the ref
seems to be
on the
milling
far
around.
Sideline, kind of calling a timeout. And
is that officially a timeout now? Timeout Ashland.
Timeout Ashland.
Yeah.
So I want to take a moment here and go back and again say thank you to our sponsor, Techniplex Flexibles. They're a globally integrated company focused on developing and manufacturing innovative packaging materials. The Ashland facility produces packaging for medical devices and essential products to help in the battle to treat and eliminate COVID-19.
And of course, always thanking Marathon Deli. I went with, because I knew you wanted to know,
I do want to know.
I went with a chicken Caesar wrap.
Interesting.
Yes.
And
a
I'm
grape
curious.
soda.
I was going to ask. I mean, does the grape soda pair nicely with that sandwich?
It
With that
does,
wrap?
actually.
Yeah?
It does. I'm going to have to go chill it because it really needs to be at a 50-degree temperature or something like
Sure.
that.
I would imagine it's a pretty recent vintage.
Yeah, grape soda at room temperature or even this 68 degree, it's just not good. So they go with a different setup. See what they do here.
Okay. Couple receivers split out wide on the near side. Looks like it's Troutman split out to the left. Herder rolls out to the right. Hits Gillis. He's headed for the corner and a touchdown. Matt Gillis with the reception and the touchdown. It puts the Clockers up 34-0 here with 8:10 to go in the third quarter.
From 18 yards out, just so well designed. And Gillis basically caught it, had one guy to beat, and he did, and just kind of turned on the Jets and just outran any other defender.
And similar to previous games, Rob, again, we're on our third different scorer of the night, and one of those scorers has 3 touchdowns.
Point after attempt.
John Giglia splits the uprights. Another point for the Clockers, making it even 35-0.
Ashland Clocker,
5
35.
touchdowns unanswered by the Bellingham Blackhawks so far tonight.
8 minutes, 10 seconds left in the third quarter.
Just a really impressive display. Perfect night for football. Just, I mean, the student section is fired up.
Got a great crowd here tonight.
Got the cheerleaders.
Bellingham brought
entertaining
their
on-
cheerleaders.
Yeah. They brought their cheerleaders.
I'll tell you, not to take anything away from the Ashland cheerleaders. They do a great job, but impressive run in the pregame. Bellingham cheerleaders did a solid half a lap around the track.
I think they got a really good program over there. When Hallie was a cheerleader and she would do the Tri-Valley competitions, Bellingham was always the host.
So Giglia here to kick off for the Clockers. End over end kick. Caught at the 12. Make it the 8. Making his way to the near sideline and driven out of bounds hard.
It's Pat Dwinells.
It's Dwinells.
Patrick Dwinell.
So Bellingham with good but not great starting field position. They had a variety of different starting field positions tonight. Hasn't really made much of a difference. They haven't been able to get much of a sustained drive, just the one toward the end of the first half. And again, nothing to show for it on the scoreboard yet here tonight. So it looks like for the most part here, Rob, the Clockers are sticking with their starters. Still up 35-0, and Elder here in shotgun, lone setback. Gives him the ball, and he is met immediately by that defensive line and brought back down.
Is that Roby?
79. Jared Canning.
Oh, Canning. 55 is Roby.
That's no gain for Bellingham. Second attempt.
Yeah, the only player really that out of the starting unit on the sidelines is Pat Delorias, who had that injury early on the tackle, kind of holding his elbow, shoulder, who knows what.
Snap. Elder to pass. Hits his favorite target, Calvin Polchlepek.
Pass complete to number 33.
See where they spot this one. Chains are moving, so it'll be a first down here for the Blackhawks.
First down, Bellingham.
Ball spotted at the 37-yard line.
First down.
And basically the pass rush has negated the deep threat tonight. They're just overpowering.
He doesn't have time.
Him. Right.
Yeah.
They're just overpowering him. That's all he can do is just dump it off to his underneath receivers.
Okay, Blackhawks heavy to the far side. Lone receiver here on the right. Gives to 44, and he is brought down fairly quickly. Short gain.
We don't have him on the.
He's the one guy we don't seem to have on the roster.
Hank Aaron's number.
Yep. 44 also a big number. My alma mater, Syracuse.
That would
Second and
be,
9.
was it Jim Brown?
Jim Brown, very good.
Second and 9.
Derek Coleman. They've since retired the number. Nobody gets to wear it
Wait.
anymore.
And then the other guy.
Ernie Davis.
Yes, Ernie Davis.
Screen pass here to 33. Polchuk.
Good execution and decent
Forced out of bounds.
Another
coverage
short
by
gain.
the Clockers.
Keegan Weiss.
Yeah, just as you mentioned, Rob. I mean, you know, they've taken that deep ball away from them. So
32.
having to set up for these short passes or quick gives and just picking up a few yards at a time here so far. But this will be 3rd and 2. Okay, Elder still in shotgun, the lone setback. Look like Connor Kelly in motion there. Give up the middle. Big hit as he hit the line, but crashes ahead for a first down. So
First down,
McGough
Bellingham.
taking the brunt of the hit. That was a nice, powerful run by Bellingham. Must have felt good for them to kind of lay one on Ashland.
yeah, so their second first down of the drive. So again, they're starting to pick up a little bit from where they left off in that last drive of the first half. They were able to move down the field pretty well. So Elder in shotgun, this time flanked by G. Vaccarella, showing 3 wide receivers. Elder back to pass. He gets the pressure, dumps off, and almost hit a lineman. As that ball falls incomplete. So
And Julia getting into the pass rush.
Second and 10.
good pressure there. Kind of unusual to see a kicker there on the defensive line, but
He's probably saying, "Coach, let me play." This is the time to do it. We're up 35-0.
so 2nd and 10 here for the Blackhawks at their own 49.
Let them play.
Elder with a quick pass,
To Polchuk.
close to a first down as he gets knocked out of bounds here on the near sideline.
Check.
Look like
Weiss.
Weiss on the
Knocked out of
tackle.
bounds by Keegan Weiss.
Yeah, and had he been able to avoid Weiss, he had some space in front of him. Let them play. Let them play. You know that one? You know?
First down for
Bad News
Bellingham.
Bears in breaking training.
Yeah. Solid movie. William Devane? Was he the
That's correct. He
coach
was
in
the coach.
in that movie.
He was Mr. Leak,
Yes.
Coach Leak. Handoff here to G. Get some good yards with some help from his blockers.
Hand off to number 5, Jan Vaccarella.
That was pretty much midway through my Little League career when I saw that movie. Very inspirational.
It was.
Some
That was a nice van that they.
Oh, it was a great 70s van, absolutely.
With
It's
the red flames on the.
Yeah.
The yellow flames, red with a
some
however.
of Enos Cabell's finest acting work.
Yeah, they had a few. Bob Watson,
Bob Watson, exactly.
the millionth run ever scored
Here's
for
the snap.
baseball. Trivia question.
In and out of the hands of number 20, Mason Jacques.
Through the hand.
So incomplete pass, 2nd and 7. Make it 3rd and 7 for the Blackhawks at the Clocker 38.
You knew that trivia question, right? The millionth run ever scored in baseball. Who scored it? Bob Watson.
I did not realize that. Bob Watson, a very successful front office executive for Major League Baseball now, I believe.
Oh, excellent. We must be coming up on 2 million because that was like 46 years ago.
And offense has only gone up in the last 20 years.
Yeah, more teams.
Oh, he got hit as he let it go. Ball's incomplete.
They did whistle it. Whistle it dead.
Quarterback's hit.
As Roby
Released
wanted to
the ball
pick
by
that one
number
up.
7, John Gillia.
So it looks like they're gonna go for it here, Rob. Right, down 35-0.
Yeah. Gotta do it.
Gotta try something.
4th and 7.
And again, it's Pochlepek down the bottom here with single coverage.
So, Elder play action fake. Rolls, he's got pressure from Gilly. Lets it fly. He's got him wide open. And that's a catch. That's a touchdown for the Blackhawks. As Calvin Pochlepek at the receiving end of that long rainbow by Elder. So the Blackhawks on the board. 35-6 now is the Clocker lead, and we have a Blackhawk down on the ground. So
it's Jacques,
get a timeout
Mason
on the
Jacques.
field.
And that's what we talked about all night.
And in the pregame. That's where Ashland is susceptible, and Elder finally had enough time to let one fly.
He did, and I do think that they have a couple different people in on the defensive line, so he was able to get it. And that's the difference. You have 3 seconds versus 1.5 or 2. He can set and Pochlepek.
Yeah, he's one of the top quarterbacks in the Tri-Valley Small, showing it there. Pass was long and on the money.
Yeah, and he threw it high enough, gave his receiver time to run under it.
Absolutely. So 3:35 to go here in the third quarter. Clocker's up 35-6. I'm Josh Abrams. He's Rob Silver, and we're glad to have you here on WACA-TV.
Yeah. So, what did you think? What did you think about the Clocker Talk second episode? Thought it came out pretty good.
I'm a little biased, but I'm quite pleased with it.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked filming outside at the track.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, that worked. That worked good.
It was
Shout out to
serendipity.
Allison Rose and Connor Donovan for great work splicing that together.
I love the open to the show. Allison did a great job with that. But yeah, serendipity, being able to catch Molly, the field hockey head coach.
Yeah.
While we were filming, got a quick interview. Sometimes the best things happen when they're not planned, right?
That is correct. So 3:35 to go. Bellingham finally gets on the scoreboard, and see if they go for 2.
Why not?
Yeah, exactly. I agree. I mean,
well, I'm not seeing Elder out there. Let's see. Oh, he's talking to the coach. Okay, we'll see how this one plays out.
they're going to go for 2,
Yep.
and then they're going to go for another onside kick.
Why not?
Just, hey. So just like they did in both games, they kind of let off the gas a little bit on defense and was not able to get the shutout, but that's okay. It's okay.
Okay, so again, Elder in shotgun, Vaccarella behind him. It's like spear in motion. Give is to Vaccarella up the middle.
Wow.
He had a burst there for a moment. There's the whistle. No signal yet.
Waiting on the officials.
He's short.
He is stopped
He did
short.
not make it. So
He had a big hole, and they closed that
Stopped
thing up.
short.
yes,
Great
and he
job.
hit the line with a burst, but the defensive line stood up. Stout.
Yeah, Bovenschultz, McGough, and was that Canning, Jerry Canning again. So 35-6.
So getting back to Clocker Talk again, we want to promote that opportunity for you, our fans out there. Go ahead and send in your suggestions. The email address is clockertalk@wacatv.com.
Or if you want to be a guest, we'll have you on. What's it like being a parent of a kid that plays sports?
Doesn't even have to be a parent of a kid who plays sports. Just any parent, really.
Right, at this point, right. Doesn't even have to be a parent. Any human. Should we even go? Doesn't even have to be.
No, we'll interview a dog. Why
if you got
not?
a dog,
Why
right,
not?
exactly.
We're not desperate.
No. we don't have much time to fill, but stupid pet tricks.
Has that been done?
Smart pet tricks.
Sure. We'll start doing top 10 lists. It'll be fun. Here's the onside kick attempt, and Clocker's prepared for it this
Good
time.
job.
Got a pile there in the middle.
Bellingham thinks they got it.
Onside kick.
Joannels had it for a moment, but he got hit just as he caught it.
Initially touched by Ashland.
That was 16.
That's an Ashland
Pat
ball.
First down.
So Jonels ended up with it at the bottom of the pile. Good for him.
Bellingham certainly had an opportunity.
So if nothing else, it's a good opportunity for the Clockers to practice their onside kick receptions.
Just thinking the same thing. The same thing. Did you ever see that HBO segment, the school down in Texas? That's all they do. Onside kicks all the time. And they'd be up 35-0 in the first quarter alone. They get the ball onside kick. Because it just percentage-wise, the coach is like, hey, if we practice this and get really good at it, then we can just dominate teams from the get-go, and it's just a higher percentage play. Because even if you don't get it, as Ashland showed, if you got a decent defense, it's not that bad.
Okay, squib formation is back. McGough at quarterback now. The give to, let's say, 40. Oh, Peter Gigliotti. Okay, I should know that number by now. It's been a while since it hasn't been Molesky.
So if Molesky doesn't get another carry, now my yard, our stats. And
unofficial.
Right. As not taking anything away from Molesky, but the first night I didn't have him over 100 yards. They had him at 158. I don't think they took away the penalty yards that that got negated, but anyways.
So McGough back under center again. The squib formation keeps it himself and gets it over the 50.
That's a quarterback.
It's about a 3-yard gain.
Gain of 2, 3rd and 7.
So McGough and Dwinells will, play a little bit of time. McGough being number 2, Dwinells number 3, because a year behind. But McGough, always go back to that Medfield game last year.
Yep.
Coming in for an injured Herder and punching it in from the 1-yard line on a 4th and goal.
McGough under center, Keaveney back there. Dwinells in motion, has the carry, has the first down, and brought down about the 38-yard line. A nice big run by Dwinells. He got some nice blockers there and just moved the pile on down the field.
That would be an Ashland first down.
And Rob, to your point, I feel like that Ashland size differential is making its presence felt here tonight.
Yeah, Dwinell's definitely a better runner at this stage of his career. It's interesting to have 2 quarterbacks in there.
Mm-hmm. It's almost a wildcat, right?
Yeah, I mean, they could do a lot out of there if
Sure.
they really wanted to. They don't need to.
McGough gets wrapped up quickly. Going to probably lose a yard out of all this, but the clock continues to run. We're about 1:15 to go in the 3rd quarter. Clockers up 35-6.
Yeah, Bellingham kind of sniffed that one out, and they were in the backfield quick.
2nd and 11 from the 40.
I think McGough's coming over and say, hey, let's try a different play.
You can get a good look at number 4, Ethan Antonuk, and that big cast he's got on his right hand or left hand. Right hand.
His other right, right? Right.
I think he's wearing 2 just so he matches.
So it looks like Cam Antoniuk is in there as well.
Keaveney with the handoff.
So Keaveney is the ball carrier there, and he picks up a few more yards. It's going to be 3rd and long.
As that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter, I believe.
3rd and 9.
Yeah, Clocker's in no hurry here.
Yeah.
So the last 5 seconds will tick off. And again, just want to wish a happy Friday to everybody watching here tonight on WACA-TV.
3rd quarter.
With Rob Silver, I'm Josh Abrams. We're glad to have you with us.
Bellingham 6.
Great night for Clocker football so far. They're up 35-6. Just 12 minutes of game time left to go tonight. Clockers firmly in control here. Been controlling the tempo all night. Speeding up, slowing down, depending on what they need. They were very efficient there in the 1st quarter. I think they had they have a couple of touchdowns on 6 plays.
Yeah, Yeah, to start, I think, did they have 21 by the end of the first? I don't even know. It's hard to keep up with this squad.
Sure.
But that's why we film these things, so we can go back and watch it.
And learn.
Yes.
Yeah. So the team switch sides here. Clockers will still start off here, 3rd and 9 at their 30 at the Blackhawk 38. Going to stick with that tight squib formation.
Oh.
Joannels gets it. He's bottled up quickly. No gain.
The coaches are all looking at each other. It's 4th down. Do we go for it, or do we throw the punt unit in just to get a rep in there?
Patrick Joannels. No gain, 4th down.
Well, no punter yet. It looks like they're gonna go for it here.
I'd love to see McGough throw it. He can throw.
Hasn't been asked to yet tonight.
I watched one of the passing drill scrimmages they had back in August against the Nipmuc team, and he was in there at that point, and he was throwing beautiful darts. Delay a game. That was the plan.
Delay of game, Ashland.
And here comes the punting unit.
5-yard penalty. Ashland will punt.
Gigley is going to be out there on special teams for the punt.
Yeah, it looks like it. Where do you think this one ends up? Do you think he fields it, or do you think...
Back to punt, number 16.
See if he gets the opportunity to field it. Exactly 11 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
Oh,
Clocker's back to punt here.
Fake it. He can throw. Oh.
Nope, straight up punt. It's a short one too, end over end. It's going to come
Yeah.
down around the 25.
That's his 2nd punt of the night, and again, it wasn't too effective.
Jerome Judge grabs that one and stops the play.
27-yard line.
So that's something to work on.
Bellingham takes over from there.
What are the net yards on that punt? Started around the 39. Ended up the
40. It started at the 44. They backed it up the 5
Okay.
yards.
Right.
So 27, 17 yards.
44. Other way, 10.
Right to the 27.
Yep.
So with that, back to that Molesky. So I have him at 100.
162.
No, because he had the 33 yards, 34, 196 yards. I have him at. He didn't.
Elder wheels and fires, and
never had it.
Did he have control?
No. So I don't have Molesky going over the double century.
Over the double.
Brought down by number 33.
They are going to call that a completion, Rob. It's a 5-yard gain. 4-yard gain.
Huh.
Scoreboard still has it. Oh, there we go. 2nd and 7. Okay.
2nd and 7.
So Elder in shotgun. He's got 3 wide receivers, 2 to the near side. The ball's handed off. The ball carrier's brought down very quickly after a short gain, probably a yard or 2.
Oh, McGough helping out again on defense.
Tackled by Connor Kramer.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 6 for the Blackhawks at their own 31.
3rd and 6.
They get
Blackhawks styling out to 4 wide receivers, evenly split, near and far side, 2 apiece. Elder back to pass, lets it fly down the sideline. He's got a man open, but overthrows him by a good couple of yards. And that was Calvin Polchlepek.
Yeah.
Complete. 4th down.
I mean, he definitely overthrew it, but one of the clockers gave him a shot at the 50-yard line, 20 yards deep.
That's generally frowned upon.
That didn't get called. Yeah.
So 4th down.
But unlike the touchdown pass, he had a little less air under that one.
Okay, they're going to go for it here. 4th and 6, deep in their own end. 4 wide receivers. Elder keeps it himself.
Nice.
Was tackled momentarily by Kramer, but it looks like he's got enough for the 1st down.
Good for him.
Elder on the carry. Quarterback keeper. First down, Bellingham.
It's a bold call, looking for 6 yards, quarterback keeper.
Well, he had the defense spread out. And if you pan to your right, Josh, you see the two camera people on the roof for Bellingham freshmen. And they are so into this. Seriously.
Well, you were talking to them at the half.
Yeah, they were so personable and so friendly. Yeah, really good kids. So
very informative, too.
Yeah.
Elder, again, quick wheel fire, hits Polchlepek. There's another first down, out of bounds on the far side, just right over the line into the Clocker territory. It'll be spotted at the 49, 1st and 10 for the Blackhawks.
Another first down, Bellingham. Ball at the Ashland 49, 1st and 10.
So we think of the Clocker starting to drop into more of a prevent defense at this point?
yeah, keep the clock.
Got to keep him in bounds.
8:30 to go in the game.
Okay, handoff right up the middle. There's a big gainer, about 8 yards.
Bolvin Schultz and who's that?
McGough
again.
Not a good sign when guys in your secondary are having to make those tackles. Clocker's a little confused on defense. Almost got set there. There's another gain, and 44, the ball carrier.
The unknown running back.
Ashland by number 63.
Kind of like the unknown comic. Is that where you were going? I can read your mind.
Yes, you can. You can.
Unknown comic from the Gong Show, of course.
31.
He was a riot.
He was funny. So another 3rd and 1. He did not quite get the first down, so 3rd and 1. Again, 4 wide receivers stacked here to the near side. Elder wheels, fires. He's got his man open again on the sideline. Hits him in stride, and that's a touchdown. Polchlepek again. Looked like it was Nick Tang, the one who got burned on the corner there. So 7:14 to go now. Clocker's up 35-12, and the Blackhawks quickly lining up here. The goal for 2.
Yeah.
They were stymied on their first attempt.
So while it is disappointing to see them get beat by the deep pass, it really isn't a true measure of
true reflection. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, Nick Tang having a battle, probably one of the best combinations in the league. Large and small. Tri-Valley large and small.
Okay, so Blackhawks going for 2. 3 wide receivers and a lone setback. There's the handoff up the middle, and this time he's got the burst, and he's through for 2.
A 2-point conversion is good.
So make it 35-14 Clockers with 7:14 to go in the 4th quarter.
With 7:14 left in the game.
And those
Ashland
people
35,
that
Bellingham
were
14.
hoping for over 44.5, that score iced it. A lot of times these 4th quarters, when there's a blowout, it kind of ends up,
Sure.
like that 28-0 game 2 weeks ago.
Sure.
1 touchdown, you think, hey, 40 points, no problem. Okay, I'm a little too fixated on that. Oh, who do you got in the elimination pool this week?
I'm taking the Saints. Saints against the Giants.
Okay, I went with another favorite. I think KC. I'm just like rolling all the dice, hoping I'm going with the theory that maybe as the season progresses, other teams rise to the top.
Sure.
And you just trying to stay alive.
You got to leave yourself. You got to stay alive week to week, but you also got to save yourself some good teams for down the stretch.
Sure. Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I'll tell you what. I had to stay up and watch a good part of that Bengals-Jacksonville game last night, which is not something I thought I would ever say. But 40% of the pool was taking the Bengals last night.
Seriously, I did not know that. That's so frustrating.
And the Jaguars up 14-0 at the half. It should have been at least 17.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did have a financial interest in the Jaguars plus the 7.5. Another onside kick.
And we've got a flag.
Yeah, offsides.
Gonna say some contact there before the ball went across.
Offsides, yeah. They a little eager. And they passed the line before he kicked it. 7 to go. Clock still running. That's good for us trying to get out early.
Sure.
Clock still running.
Offside by Bellingham.
So, by the way, there were
Penalties
two people.
decline.
There were two people who took the Jaguars last night.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's one word for it.
Ball, First and
Yeah.
10 from the 49-yard line.
So they finally stopped the clock. That's an extra 25 seconds that was run off.
So Jonels is the last one to jog in. He may be taking over here at quarterback, Rob.
All right.
That is the case. They're running a more traditional formation now, and they're going to show 4 wide receivers.
He's going to keep it.
And now we have a flag. He crossed into the neutral zone.
Yeah.
False start.
Yeah.
Flag on the play.
Is that number 6? So, you know, they're playing on the big
Flag on the
stage.
play.
Luis
They
Miranda.
got to
Neutral zone infraction.
Try and
That's a
handle the
5-yard
pressure.
penalty. Repeat, first down.
So we got a lot of new names in here.
Oh, yeah. Going to need some help now.
15
Number
from the
15, Jerome
44.
Judge.
Yeah, he was the one on special teams earlier who fielded the
Okay.
punt.
And that's 28.
downed
We've
it.
seen him before. Oh, yeah, you mentioned him before. Cam Anthony. Antoniuk.
Okay, McGoffin shotgun on the keeper. Off to the right side. He's got some space. Makes up the penalty yards and more.
On the carry.
Close to a first down.
Just as I predicted. He keeps it.
About a 14-yard gain on that one.
Gain of 13 yards. Second and 2.
Yeah, Dwinell is definitely a solid runner.
You think that's Bellingham has that in their scouting report? Going to stack on the line, knowing he's not going to pass?
We'll see.
I mean, regardless of which quarterback's in at this point, the Clockers just want to run clock. They should be just running plays at this point.
Yeah, and I don't know if Bellingham didn't have a deep squad to begin with, so I don't know if they have the luxury to bring in their second string.
Okay, well, Judge is split out wide here to the near side along with Antioch. Here's the give. It's enough for a first down. Ball carrier is Jason Crispin, sophomore.
Carry by number 26, Jason Crispin.
So his first carry of the night.
First and 10 from the Bellingham
Number
40-yard line.
75, Tyler Cantor, a little slow getting up. But a true warrior, stays in the game.
Okay, Dwinells has the play.
As we are almost at the 5-minute mark with the clock running here. Fourth quarter, 35-14. Clockers.
Okay. Dwinells in shotgun. Looks like Antioch is behind him. He gets, oh, it's Crispin actually, sorry. He gets the ball, runs it down for another 4
Ball
yards.
carrier, number 26,
Bounce
Jason
it outside.
Crispin. Gain of 3, second and
Every time I
7.
hear his name, Crispin, I think of Crispin Glover, of course, one of the stars of Back to the Future.
Sure.
I believe he's in one of the Charlie's Angels movies as well, Rob.
I may have caught a scene or two. I'm just trying to think, whatever.
You've seen Back to the
Did you-
Future,
did you-
right?
Did you ever see him when he was a guest on the David Letterman, where he was like a really odd guest? It was
Here's
Dwinell
Jonells.
kicks it outside.
The carry.
Still on his feet.
Still going.
5, and he knee goes down at the 3.
Dwinells is
So
down
first
at
and goal for the
4-yard line.
Clockers.
34 yards on that carry for Dwinell's.
That play started off so innocently, and all of a sudden he got some open room, made the most of it. Now first and goal here with 3:45 and counting to go in the fourth quarter.
I wonder who would win a race, Pat Dwinell's or his older brother Ryan?
I think we should find out.
So
Maybe
Ryan,
we'll have that on the next episode of Clocker Talk.
Well,
Get him out there on the track.
Ryan was the anchor to the line when they won the Super Bowl. And I think I've seen a couple pictures on Facebook. He's probably lost like 30 or 40 pounds. And it actually probably would be a good race at this point. The Ryan 2 years ago, I think I might be able to keep up with him. But phenomenal transformation, by the way.
Clockers break the huddle. Twinnell's in shotgun. Keeps it himself and heads for the goal line. He's in for the touchdown. So make it 41-14. Opposites now between the Clockers and Bellingham, the Blackhawks.
Yeah. What is that called when a word is spelt the same?
Palindrome?
Palindrome. Yeah, we have a palindrome on the scoreboard.
A numerical palindrome.
Yes.
Boy, this has been fun. 2 straight nights. Last night, my guest commentator, Ari Kaufman, was talking about alliteration. And now Rob Silver stepping up with a palindrome.
Well, you know, when Jake and I used to do the broadcast, we always used to try and, you know, work some educational piece into it, you know, doing
and it's good.
fractions on the free throws or whatever it was.
Percentages.
Yeah.
So 42-14, the palindrome has come to an end. 2:52 to go in the game. Clockers up 42-14.
Sounded like fireworks right there. Like,
could be the student section pounding on those metal bleachers.
Yeah.
Whew. So I can tell you, speaking of the educational aspects of our broadcast, Logan was quite happy with us a few games ago. We started talking about rounding, since that complemented what he was learning in school and in 5th grade over there at the Mendez.
Nice. Nice. always good to get the positive feedback from the 5th graders.
Absolutely. By the way, speaking of 5th graders, little note in case you're ever thinking about doing this. You don't want to screen the film The Sandlot with 16, 10, and 11-year-olds. 10 and 11-year-old boys specifically.
Yeah, I probably told you that.
It's a bit rambunctious. It's a bit loud.
Okay.
Learn from my experience.
I will file that away. Did we ever get the result of the Monday night football game?
Oh, that got misplayed badly by the Blackhawks, but he somehow recovers. He's running for his life, and he is brought down by the shoulder pad. So that was Joshua Davis of the Blackhawks who misplayed the kickoff. And his counterpart, Jack McGough, credited with the tackle.
Yeah, the opposing palindrome. no, both 19s.
Both 19s.
Well, actually, mirrors. If they're facing each other, right? 19, 19. I don't know.
It's a nice save.
It's 42-14.
Sure.
I mean,
Blackhawks pinned inside their 5. Worst starting field position of the night for them.
Elder's just thinking 95-yard touchdown pass to Polchapek.
Okay, Clocker's a little late getting into their defensive formation here.
Oh, a handoff.
He's wide open here on the near side, cuts it back, but brought down just over the 15. So first down here for the Blackhawks.
Wondering if they'll air it out one more time, or if they're just content to run out the clock on the ground.
Well, getting into a bit of a hurry-up offense here. Their offensive line already on top of the ball.
Yeah.
Elder remains in shotgun with a lone setback. 2 wide receivers split out to the far side. Give again to 44. He's got a first down now, and brought down by a couple of players there, among them number 77, Jeff Britt.
44.
As Mark Drozak just discovered what we had learned a while ago, 44 not on the roster we were given tonight by the Blackhawks. So a minute 40 to go, 42-14 Clockers. Elder hands the ball off again to 44. Short gain, this time eaten up.
We've called 44's number like 5 times.
I don't know how he just got to him. He's doing. I mean, it's a hometown PA. He's going to call the tackles, not the ball carrier for the Blackhawks.
Excellent point. You've done that before, so.
2nd and 8 from the 30.
I'm happy pretty much in front of any microphone. Here's the give to 44 again.
Wow.
Seemed to be a delay there at the line, and then he broke through to the far side and brought down finally just short of midfield.
Tackle by number 15, Jerome Judge.
So another first down here for the Blackhawks, but under a minute to go.
Yeah. The witching minute. When wins become losses, losses become wins.
I thought you were going to go down a path of the Ides of March.
Is that Julius Caesar?
I believe it is. March 15th, by the way.
Yes, that's a given.
So on that,
Speaking of that's a given, that's number 15 in there with the Jerome Judge laying down the law.
By number 15, Jerome Judge.
Been waiting all season
So,
to use that one.
sure.
I used that in the in horse racing.
Second and 7.
And we're back to harness racing.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who the horse was.
I gotta let this clock just run all the way down.
Judge something, yeah. But anyways,
Okay, so the final 5 seconds are ticking off. This game's a final.
And that's the ball game.
Clockers win 42-14, a decisive victory over the Bellingham Blackhawks.
22. Bellingham Blackhawks 14. Please pick up your garbage. Mr. Marks has requested that you pick up your garbage, please.
We'll try not to talk over Mark Drozek, but I believe he's finished now. So
Yeah.
again, the final here tonight, Clockers 42, Blackhawks 14.
yeah. And a quick summary. Should we do a quick summary with the camera? Who wants?
Oh, we'll stay off camera. It's okay, Rob.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. So, kickoff. Who got the opening kickoff? Was it Bellingham? Yeah, Bellingham received the opening kickoff. Back and forth, a couple, and then Ashland just dominated.
Yeah, again, those first 2 series were 3 and out, and then all of a sudden the Clockers caught fire, scored on their next 2 possessions, or more, really, right?
Yeah.
So was it 28-0 at the half?
28-0 at the half on 160. At the half, it was 162 yards on the ground by Molesky and 3 touchdowns. The first touchdown was by Jake Troutman on a 62-yarder from Luke Herter.
Yeah, just a screen pass.
Yeah, just 2 yards, 60 yards after the catch, and just another dominating performance by Ashland. It seems like every week we think, okay, this is the week they got to really
Step it up.
be tested. And they were tested last
Oh,
week, but we
definitely,
weren't there,
definitely.
so that doesn't count. But, yeah, and they just really rise to the challenge every week. And it was maybe even a good thing that they played, from what I've heard, they were a little off last week and made them refocus, and the coach really kind of drilled it into them this week, and they came out just fired up, and
Well,
they played so sharp.
We've said it before, but it looks like next week is going to be the big test as they head on the road to Holliston.
Yeah, that should be
a tough matchup for them.
I will be there. Will you be there? Do you think you'll go?
I don't think I'm going to be there. I have to.
All right.
I'll have to check the calendar.
I'll do some Facebook Live. You can follow, and we'll see what happens. But we've got to thank our crew tonight. We had Justin O'Brien, Tom Hamilton, Nick Cunningham, Mackie Kotub, and the Maestro, Connor Donovan.
Yep.
God, I want a cool nickname like the Maestro.
Well, you've got such a cool last name.
Bobby
There's so many
Platinum.
things we can do
Bobby
with that.
Platinum is my nickname.
Your screen name, that's
yeah,
right.
That's my screen name. So, yeah, silver medal goes to Andrew Molesky. 196 yards on the ground. I'm sure Max Preps will have him at 320, but whatever. 3 touchdowns, and yeah, just another dominating performance by Ashland. So
Absolutely. Well, the final here tonight, Clockers 42, Blackhawks 14. For Rob Silver, I'm Josh Abrams saying thanks for watching here on WACA-TV, and go Clockers!
Today's game is brought to you in part by Marathon Deli. Marathon Deli offers a full range of lunch and dinner items for dine-in or catering. Fine cold cuts, cheeses, and meats also available, in addition to specialty wraps such as the Mayflower wrap, as well as the Honey Bee wrap. They'll be sure to get your mouth watering. Serving Metro West for over 24 years, give them a call at 508-231-1859 or find them on the web at marathondeli.com.
Today's sports coverage on WACA-TV is sponsored in part by Techniplex Flexibles, a globally integrated company focused on developing and manufacturing innovative packaging materials. The Ashland facility produces packaging for medical devices and essential products to help in the battle to treat and eliminate COVID-19.